Welcome to the Dan Stevens Show. The time has come, the day has come for the reveal of Pat Custard. Who has been behind this Instagram account? It will all be revealed very shortly. I just want to say, before I do the big reveal, if you don't know the background behind the story of Pat Custard and the Pat Custard Instagram profile, absolutely made waves on the Irish comedy scene. Go back to the last episode and check it out. That'll give you a good taste for custard. So, go back and check that out. Follow on Spotify. Rate 5 stars on Spotify if you get a chance. I know I'm keeping you in suspense here if you've been following this. Like I say, if you haven't, go to the last Pat Custard episode and then watch this. Alright, I don't think there's much left to say. This moment has been a long time coming. I'm going to give you the top suspects. And these suspects were given to me by the guys from You Having Us On podcast, Connor and Glenn. They're absolutely dying to know. People were trying to press me to find out who Pat Custard was for the last week since I released the last episode. They're trying to get body language off me. I've had at least 10 people come up to me from the Irish comedy scene. They're looking in my eyes. They're seeing if there's any change in the facial. People are dying to know. And I'm going to give you the list of suspects that the You Having Us On boys sent to me, because this is a pretty good list of the people who are suspected. And it kind of covers everyone, I think. We can talk a bit more about that after with Pat. So Dan Stevens was number one suspect, me. If you're watching this, you can see it's not me. I have Pat Custard beside me here. Dane Frisbee was a suspect, friend of the show. Dylan Bone, he was also a suspect. Kate, which is Dylan Bone's girlfriend. Doug Hickey, Senan McAlorum, and Professor Hops, Eric. So, yes, that is the list of suspects. There is a few people out there who know who it is, but I'm not going to waste any more time. Now is the time I'm going to reveal who is behind the Pat Custard profile on Instagram. This is a big moment. Let's do it.
And I would have got away with it too if it weren't for you pesky comedians gossiping.
Alright, there you are now, Pat.
I am Pat Custard.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Cassidy. Another friend of the show, has been on 2 previous episodes. Very crafty individual, obviously.
Very crafty.
Do you want to bring that mic back a bit there? If you want to sit back, relax there, Pat.
Sweating on
How's that? What was it like under that sheet?
It was tense.
Like a ghost you are. You have been a ghost.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah.
Just from the sheet is caught on the chair there.
This is very exciting. I feel like a weight lifted, but then I feel like it's kind of sad because I feel like Pat Custard was the mystery.
Pat Custard is gone now.
He always lives on.
He
Pat
will always live on.
Pat Custard is alive. Like, he is like a separate entity.
Yeah. Well, if you deleted the profile, he wouldn't live on.
He lives on in my imagination.
Yeah. I'll miss him now. He was very nice. There was a lot I was getting suspected of being him. We've been friends for a few years now, and now I just want to ask you this straight out. There was a time when we were chatting around the time that Pat Custard came to be, and I was complaining to you about custard prices, and there is different tiers of custard. My mum, for example, bought 27p custard up the north a while ago, and that and Birds is just
Marks and Spencer's.
there's different custard. Worlds of custard.
Well,
and we discussed that.
We discussed custard many times, and I had joked with you and called you Pat Custard.
Had you?
Yeah.
Well, it's alright, so that answers my question. It's based on me a bit, is it?
There is a little bit of you in Pat Custard. So Pat Custard, should I go back to when he was born?
Yeah.
Much?
So again, if you haven't seen the first episode, The Curious Case of Pat Custard, there's a lot of external background there, but now we're getting into the inner workings of basically being Pat Custard and what it's like to run a profile like that for such a long time. Almost 2 years, year and a half.
And whenever the small amount of people that know about him, when I talk about it, I say Pat Custard. Like, I don't refer to him as me like he is, you know.
Yeah.
I refer to him as in the third person.
Mm.
So it was Christmas 2024. I was living with my parents. There was no gigs because it was Christmas time. I was bored. So I wanted to set up an Instagram page to kind of like, it started off as kind of like a trolling page.
Were you frustrated or something?
I was just bored. I was just really bored.
Yeah.
So Pat Custard came to mind.
Was it? So it wasn't that you were frustrated with no gigs. It was just bored. There was no gigs.
It was just like
you weren't like,
there was
I'm
nothing
gonna
happening. Like,
yeah.
It was probably between Christmas and New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
You know that time where it's like time doesn't exist anymore, and you're just eating junk food, and yeah, there's nothing. I'm just like staying in my parents' spare bedroom.
Yeah.
Bored. So set up the profile, and because
that's the typical profile of a catfish, isn't it? Of someone who creates a scam profile.
Be.
Parents' bedroom, nothing to do.
Or
the basement, isn't it? Parents' basement, they say.
Yeah, like an incel.
Yeah. But go on, sorry.
So I am a catfish.
So you were. It was Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. So the avatar that we know of Pat Custard with like the head, the baldy head, and everything, like, I didn't create him for like a couple of weeks after I made the profile.
Really?
Yeah, because if you go onto Pat Custard's profile, it's just like custard and trifle. It's just someone that's mad into custard.
Yeah, the first 4 posts were just pictures of custard based desserts.
Yeah, but as I saw it, like, created it, or he kind of came together organically, the character, you know.
Organic custard.
But I had in my head of like who he is. Like, he's this man that loves custard, like yourself.
I don't love it. I just know there's different levels in that game, in the custard game.
You are a custard enthusiast, though.
I'd be a custard connoisseur.
Yeah.
I'll be a custard enthusiast, yeah.
So he was a man that loved custard, but he, like, in my head, Pat Custard is like a Facebook dad vibes, but he's not a dad. He's basically a virgin. And I think that's the first time I've disclosed
that. What age of a man is Pat Custard now?
I would say mid to late 40s.
Right.
So Pat Custard, he really wants to be a stand-up actor, comedian.
How did you come up with that expression, by the way? So
it just came naturally.
Stand-up actor.
You see, I had to protect my identity. I didn't want anyone to figure out it was me. And then I wanted them to be like this embarrassing Facebook dad that comments kind of inappropriate but harmless stuff under, you know, the type of like Facebook mum or dad or auntie that would like comment something really embarrassing under your picture.
Yeah.
Like that vibe.
Well, for one common one that
and bad spelling. Really
we'll
bad.
get into that in a sec.
Yeah.
That's my favourite part of Pat Custard.
Yeah.
One thing that my dad does it, and my couple of my aunties, older people, the common one now for them is that if I put up a post and it shares to Instagram and Facebook, they love this emoji.
The praying.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Totally nothing to do with anything.
It's
what
like
I'm saying.
A harmless lack of self-awareness.
Yeah. Or maybe they do. Maybe I'm underestimating them and they are praying for me or something to do.
Is it like praise?
It's them the two hands. It'll be something funny that, and then they'll just put a praying thing on it, and I'm like, what is that? What are you trying to say? But anyway, continue.
But anyway, I kind of had in my head I wanted to just like torment people on the stand-up comedy scene that I knew. So the first 3, I'm just looking at his profile now, the first 4 pictures on the profile are just like desserts and custard. And I remember when I first created it, I was like commenting under people's stuff. And I was commenting on everyone's stuff. But then I kept getting blocked. The profile kept getting restricted because it was a new account and I was commenting so much. I don't know if Instagram think it's a bot or something. So I had to change tactics.
Right.
This is a move I love doing with Pat Custard. I'd go onto someone's profile and just like every single picture on their profile, so they get a notification of just like a wall of notifications. Pat Custard liked your pictures.
Oh, I remember you did that to me before.
Yeah.
Pat Custard did that to me before. He liked, I think, 90 or 80 or 90 things. And I opened Instagram and I thought I was after making it. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And it was just all Pat Custard.
Getting like 50 notifications.
Yeah, I thought, Jesus, something's after popping off here. Finally, one of me reels.
I figured out that's a good way of like engaging, getting people to notice you without getting restricted.
Right.
Instagram. Should we clarify that you knew? He knew all along.
Yeah, I did.
Because you were bored as well, the homeworkers.
You were still I was still getting Pat Custard.
Yeah, but
but
I would go on and like all the stuff as Pat Custard, and then you'd get on to me be like, geez, Pat Custard liked all my stuff.
I had a bit of an input. A little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
A little bit of an input.
Small bit.
You need someone to share that excitement with, because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, here's another detail as well that you forgot to share.
Mm.
What's your dad's name?
My dad's name is Pat. Cassidy. So his initials are PC.
Does he like custard?
The little breadcrumbs. And does he? No, he's not actually a big custard.
Oh, right.
So yeah, he's like part my dad, part you, part this guy that me and my brother were obsessed with on Facebook that we didn't know, but he would just like post really like unhinged things.
Yeah.
He would get a new girlfriend and post like, oh, my baby, 100, love you so much, 100 present, no bullshit. All the Pat Custard spelling basically is based off his spelling. I diffed the lucky one, 100 present, no bullshit. That was him.
Yeah.
And then
so that guy inspired the extremely bad spelling.
Yeah, he was kind of the Facebook dad vibe.
Right. Now, tell me this, because I didn't have anything to do with creating the man. Like I didn't have the avatar or the bad spelling thing. That was all you, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just happened naturally.
Yeah, but did he have anything? Like, did he have any learning disabilities? Would you say?
I would say Pat Custard is just new. Yeah, probably intellectually.
Just a slight lack of oxygen to the brain at birth.
Just, yeah.
Maybe.
A little bit like harmless. Yeah, like an intellectual disability. Is that what you call it? Yeah. Yeah. And like in my head, Pat Custard, he's from RD, County Louth.
Mm-hmm.
That means
why
place means
that
nothing
now?
to me. I just imagined with a loud accent.
Right, it's a funny accent.
Yeah, it's a funny accent and
funny how.
Funny how?
Oh, no. You find it funny, do you? Funny how?
And he lives like just. In my head, like, he came from a small family. He has a sister, I'd say, that went off and got married and he never sees her. And he was left the house, and he has a house and a yard and a little dog. And he goes off to the pub for his dinner every day, and he gets meat and veg and apple tart and custard.
Right.
And that's his life. And he's a simple man. And he's the type of man that I think he goes to the pub and he thinks they're all his friends, but they all make fun of him.
Mm.
There's nasty bullies everywhere.
I'm just sitting here trying to calculate how much of this is based on me.
Do you see yourself in Pat Custard? In any of that?
I think there's a bit of Pat Custard in all of us.
Yeah.
He just wanted love. He wanted to be validated. And it was like he was after saying to himself, right.
Sorry, I'm just getting a flashback. Someone put on like there's the comedy forum on Facebook.
The Irish comedy forum.
Someone posted, who is Pat Custard?
Mm. I'll
And
tell
then
you.
someone commented saying, I think Pat Custard is about the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, yeah. One of the most fervent pursuers of Pat Custard, Ed Tierney.
Ted, as Pat calls him.
Pat called him Ted, yeah.
So Ed Tierney was... Oh my God, actually, Ed Tierney tried to set a trap to find out. Did I tell you about this? Or can you? He set a trap, right? He works at a comedy club.
Ed was really committed to
and
finding
also,
Pat
now,
Custard.
up until a
How
couple
are you,
of
Ed,
weeks...
by the way? Ed's a
Hi,
good man.
it's me. I was a suspect because he had messaged me saying, hey, Pat. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I got away with it.
Message
anyway.
your personal page?
Yes.
Wow.
And randomly, he would just ring Pat Custard's Instagram, like video call.
Oh, Jesus. So that got through to your phone?
My phone, so my phone would start ringing, sometimes at like crazy hours at night, and I'd be in bed. I'd be like, oh no, Ed Tierney's calling Pat Custard. But one time he put on his stories, for close friends only, would someone like a spot, I'm booking spots for the Crunch comedy Crunch, sorry, and get in touch if you want to book. But I noticed it was like private, so he set a story so only Pat Custard could see it. So he knew that whoever's behind the account would contact him and ask, oh, can you book me?
Wow.
For the Comedy Crunch.
Very, very
but
good.
Thankfully I spotted it.
Very, very good.
But it nearly got me.
Wow.
But just relentlessly.
That was the best kind of trap you saw.
I just want to check the messages I have, because they had a special relationship, Ted and they used to like message saying they loved each other. Yeah, he sent like selfies. He has a picture with someone, and Pat Custard replied to him, that man is very mean, not very nice.
Oh.
And yet Ed Tierney is like messaging him saying, I love you, Pat, forever and always.
Yeah, those people out there basically. We're not going to talk about the nasty bullies on the website.
Some very nasty bullies on this website.
Because there was a post. Can you read out? I forgot to read this out on the last episode, on the first episode on the curious case of Pat Custard. But there was actually Pat came out with a picture.
He was very angry in it.
Very angry, and he was coming out about getting bullied. And this is, I forgot to read out the caption last time, but if you read it out there, Pat.
So, lots of bullies messaging me saying they don't even know me, but I'm busy headlining all the clubs in Dublin, and I'll be headlining London clubs soon. If you don't believe me, just look at all the posters I'm on all the time. Hashtag working, hashtag headliner, hashtag comedy club. But after the Christmas break...
Yeah, and lots of bad spelling in that, just full of spelling.
Yeah, I read it out so that it's like, you could hear, but it's spelt all wrong. But after the Christmas break, like the open mics were, like comedy was back up and running again in the January. So I started posting, or Pat started posting that, like, he was going to be signing up to the Cheeky Monkey.
Yeah.
The Climpy Minky. Or the Clumpy Monkey.
Yeah. Which is the open mic in Dublin, if you don't know.
Yeah, and he went on and started commenting on loads of like random comedians. Like,
see the way you're saying he here, you're a psycho, like. He did. Like you did.
I do feel like I've entered like Pat Custard psychosis.
Wow. PCP.
Yeah, PCP. Where it's like he's like, yeah.
It's you're like
he's like a living, breathing.
So you felt
entity.
like you felt like you split into two people doing this.
Yeah.
That must be what happens, people. Because I'm a big fan of the show Catfish, and you know what the weirdest ones always were. It was when the person got revealed, and their mannerisms and the way they talk and their pictures are just the complete opposite of them.
Mm.
Like, I don't think if someone is kind of similar to the cat. Well, I suppose the meaning of being a catfish is being someone completely different. But the fact that you talk so different to someone from RD County Louth, and that you look like the opposite of a 47-year-old man.
Yeah.
It's just like you couldn't have gone any different, and that's
Yeah.
that's maybe why it'll be very surprising for a lot of people that it's
Maybe,
you.
but a lot of people guessed it as well.
Guess
A
that
couple
it
of
was
people
you.
guessed it was me, yeah.
How did they think it was you?
But
Though?
sure, at the time I was doing a comedy set where I was talking about I loved creating avatars on The Sims and all this kind of thing. So if you were paying attention, you'd know it was me.
Yeah.
But I loved when he went on to people's profile. Like, he'd go on to like successful comedians' profiles and comment, "Are you going to the Cheeky Monkey tonight?"
Yeah.
And then I think there was this thing of like, there was this time frame where people didn't realize it was satire, and some people kind of thought it was really a guy that was starting to do stand up, because he started messaging people asking for mentorship.
Mentorship, yeah. That was his big thing. He's looking for a mentor.
Yeah. And I have to say, like, most people were really nice to him. But then the next...
And we are going to, by the way, at the end, give a shout out to the people who were really nice to Pat Custard.
Very supportive to his comedy career.
Yeah, because you would never have known that this was going to come out and be public, so it, you know.
And he got himself an agent and everything. He done very well in Cork.
He had an agent, yeah, without even doing a gig.
Yeah. So the Cork scene loved him. Like, people either got it. Some people just got it straight away, and they knew it was for a laugh.
Yeah.
And then some people were just completely creeped out by it.
Yeah.
There's something about being a woman pretending to be a man, like just creeping guys out in their messages. But there was a night, I think it might have been Crew Comedy Club in Cork.
Yeah, shout out to them. They gave me my first gig outside Dublin.
Yeah, I think I done there once.
Jack, isn't it? And
yeah, I think I've only met them once.
Ray and Jack, is it?
I actually couldn't tell you.
I can't remember their name. They're lovely though. Yeah.
But they had a comedy night, and they tagged Pat Custard in every single one of the acts, and just went along and made out like Pat Custard was there.
Wow, they included him.
Yeah, and Pat Custard shared every one and put his avatar in it.
Pat was delighted.
Yeah, now Pat, he shot up, like, you know, he started getting spots everywhere, every comedy club in Dublin. So the avatar came then after a few weeks, I think it was. He got his headshots done. He done a post with his headshots, and that was the birth of his avatar.
The avatar only was created after a couple of weeks.
Like, I'm looking now. It was the 21st of January, so it was about
2 weeks in.
Yeah,
3 weeks in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, he had posted a picture of him, the big and tall suit.
I discussed that in the first one.
Yeah.
What was that? Was that when you decided, like, he has to be fat? He has to be...
Well, he was always fat.
Yeah. Large and special needs. Just had to be... I think it's just the funniest angle, isn't it? Because it's okay if it's a person that doesn't exist. You can flag them.
It's not even, like, that's just who he was. It's just, that's, like... But it was just, like, creating a character. And you just, like, build in a bit as you go. And then he's just, like, a character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he's like, he was just so real.
And he made his way all the way.
Oh, yeah. So he was, when I made his character, his avatar, I would put him propped up so it looks like he's on the stage of the comedy clubs.
Yeah.
And post it on the stories, like, you know.
So you'd, like, screenshot the stage of a comedy club.
The stage of a comedy club, and put his avatar with a microphone, like,
yeah,
like this, and it's it's obviously not a real person because it's a cartoon of a man and pretending. But there was one comedy club that blocked him because he mistakenly tagged the comedy club, and afterwards I actually, do you know how I found out that he got blocked? Because I was in that comedy club, my friend was on stage, and I was like, oh, I'll take a picture of her and tag her. I was like, oh, I can't find the comedy club to tag. So they had blocked Pat Custard, and my account was linked to it. So the club blocked me. And
inadvertently.
yes, and I'm still blocked.
Wow. Yeah, so if any clubs out there blocked Pat Custard, please unblock him
If you want.
if you want. Yeah.
Some very nasty bullies out there
On this
on
website.
this website,
On this website.
Instagram. He went through like different eras. Like he had like his dating era where he
Yeah.
wanted to find it. Again, I got inspiration from some guy that me and my friend used to be obsessed with on Facebook. Like probably in 2010 or something. There was this guy that was from like very rural Roscommon, and he used to post like, how come good looking women only want to go out with good looking men?
Yeah.
So I had Pat Custard say that.
That's
in his
right.
post.
That was in one of the posts.
Yeah.
Did he
So
get
it was
any? Did he get any approaches from any lovely women?
We were talking about
Lovely ladies, as he calls them.
we were hashing out a partner for him. What was her name?
Oh yeah.
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb, yeah. Rhubarb and Custard. That was going to be the couple.
Her first name Rue and surname
Yeah.
Barb.
Yeah, so they were going to be a lovely couple. Rhubarb and Custard.
Lovely couple.
Did you make her?
No.
No.
Oh, but then kind of he kind of gave up on the dating for a while, and then he got into the cross dressing.
Cross-dressing, yeah.
He was wearing some thirsty.
Now, would it be fair to say that I think he got inspired into the cross-dressing because he wore a top too small for him one day, and then he was like, oh.
To be honest,
Yes.
I was on the like little avatar thing on Instagram, and I was getting him to try on all the clothes, and you can get him to put like the women's clothes on,
Oh, right.
like little mini skirts and little tops.
Mm.
But he would like, I'd put him in little slutty tops.
Yeah, he was
and
looking
all,
very slutty a few times.
with the gut out and everything,
All hanging out.
all hanging out. And after his weight loss journey.
He was on the light Custard for a while, yeah.
But I would take loads of like screenshots of him in these like outfits and just send them to guys. Like thirst traps.
Oh, I'd love to see their
And
faces.
there's actually there's a
I'd love to see their
comedian.
faces. Like, I'd imagine, like, you get the photo, you'd be like, what the fuck? And then, ooh.
He kind of had little friendships.
Yeah, sorry, what were you saying? There's a
He had
comedian.
little friendships. Is it James Moran?
James Moran from...
I've never met him.
He
in
was on
person.
First Dates recently. Yeah, he's brilliant.
Well, he was very good friends with Pat Custard.
He was great
I
on
don't
it.
know the man in real life, but he would message Pat Custard regularly, and Pat Custard sent him thirsty pictures of him wearing his little slutty outfits. And James Moran was like, no, stop, this is too much. He got so irritated.
Yeah.
He said, you have to wear proper clothes, Pat. And Pat was like, okay, what about this? And Pat was trying on like different clothes for him, so I'd go into his profile and change the avatar, and he's like, would you not wear a suit or something, Pat? So I'd put Pat in a suit and send him a picture. How about this? And he'd like regularly like message fellas and like look for fashion advice and hairstyle advice and beard advice and like change his look.
Yeah. Oh. Who else? He was... I was talking to Dane, actually, after we play Dane Frisbee. After the football last week, we play football on a Tuesday sometimes, and I was trying to get him to guess who it was, and
Oh yeah, who was he guessing?
he thought it was me. I can tell that Dane thought it was me.
Did you think he thought it was you before you done the podcast about it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
he could never guess, but he showed me some of the stuff that Pat Custard sent him, and it was.
I'm looking at it here now.
Yeah, can you hold it up there? I might be able to
So,
zoom in on it. If not, then
in the first picture,
I'll put Pat's thirsty pictures up anyway if you're watching.
he has like a little boob tube, a mini skirt, and like gladiator sandals, and then he has like a bandana top.
Biggest
Just
fucking bandana ever.
Very revealing.
It's a massive bandana.
Been pushed to the max, and I sent them to Dane Frisbee and said, "Are these okay? Put on my Timber profile." Also, I have a joke in my set that's about Tinder and Timber, so there's another little breadcrumb clue. And then sign off PC. He never responded to that.
And what were you calling Dane? What name?
I was calling him Dan, Danne. I think he was calling you that as well.
Yeah, he called me Dan.
I was calling him Dwayne as well.
Dwayne and Dane, yeah. What a character.
No, sorry, Blaine Flimsy. I haven't called him here.
Blaine Flimsy.
Oh, I just seen actually he shared Dane Frisbee March 2025 shared a thing saying, "Show your face, Pat Custard." And I said, "See you at the club." Blame Flisbee.
Oh yeah. Hilarious. Absolutely
Just
hilarious.
so funny.
Yeah.
He kind of retired lately, but now and again, I think the last story I put out was like a month or two ago.
Yeah. Remember, he kind of signed off 2025 and then didn't really come back in 2026.
Yeah, so
He ended up on the Joe Rogan podcast.
he went on the Joe Rogan podcast, which is what he always wanted. He went to America. Sadly, it didn't work out for him. Thump threw him out, deported him,
Yeah. He got deported by Thump.
and then he's kind of been suffering with his mental health
Yeah.
since.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't, because he was out of the loop, he's not headliner all week.
No, now he's gone. This is it.
He lives on in all of us.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was asking you, were you sure you wanted to come out and reveal? And you were very sure that you wanted to do it. What was it that made you want to admit that it was you on this podcast?
It's actually about last year, I'd say I was planning on announcing it was me, and I was gonna do it at a comedy gig.
Oh.
I was gonna do it at the end of my set. I'm Pat Custard, because it was some gig I was at where it was like loads of comedians. And I planned to do it, and I was like, well, I got a T-shirt made up saying like I'm Pat Custard. Like, no, like it's just gonna be like no one's gonna care. So I didn't, and then I was like, oh, like if I announce it, then he's dead and he's kind of died off, and he was still posting a good bit. And then like lately, I think a couple of people just got like kind of just stopped paying attention to him.
Oh.
I know,
Poor
and
Pat.
also I think a couple of people figured out it was me.
Who figured it out, by the
and
way?
then-
And kudos to these people. Who was the first person to figure out
First
that it was you?
person to figure it out for sure and say to my face, "You're Pat Custard, and you can't tell me otherwise," was Shane Duffy.
Shane Duffy. Fair play to you, Shane.
And he was there. He said that to me when at the Crackdown. And Gary White at the Crackdown was like, "You're Pat Custard." But
Right.
he had been there when Shane was.
Okay, so he only
Excuse
knew
me,
because
so
Shane
I brushed
told
it
him.
off. But when I was leaving the Crackdown, I said to Shane Duffy, "Yeah, I'm Pat Custard."
Wow. So that was the first time you ever admitted it.
Yeah.
How did
And
that
it
feel?
was nice because it's like it's so fun sharing it with someone.
Because it's so funny.
Yeah. And it's just like fun to because I want to share.
Yeah.
But because so many times like I went to gigs and everyone like I went to a gig before and all the comedians were in like a circle chatting, and I went up and joined, and one of them was like, "Are you Pat Custard?" And I was like, "No." And they were all discussing. So many I would walk into so many conversations about Pat Custard.
Yeah.
I'd have to just be like,
Mm.
act normal. But I loved as well that you knew, because you would hear people talking about it and then report back to me
That's right, yeah.
and, and tell me what people's
Two
guesses
absolute
were.
snakes here.
Absolute snakes.
Yeah. I was like Ned Bry in Michael Collins' film. Do you know him? He was like...
Like a spy.
He was a spy, yeah.
Yeah.
He used to report back
Yeah.
to the English.
Yeah.
But it was just hilarious. Like, it was good to be a part of something like that.
There's nothing like a mystery.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sad because it's not as fun like when you know who someone is. Like, that's the best part, is like the mystery of
It's
it.
a pity he never met Rhubarb.
No, unless
they never-
he did, and that's why he gave up the comedy, because he's in a relationship now. Actually, maybe that's what his ending will be. Maybe he got
Sad.
Rhubarb pregnant. How old is Rhubarb?
I'd say once he started dressing in the skimpy stuff, she lost interest, I'd say. Rhubarb.
No, I'd say Rhubarb would be very supportive in his cross-dressing.
Oh, yeah.
They're the same size, same body type as well, so they
It's just
probably
him
share
with
each
a.
other's
I
clothes.
saw when you were cooking up Real Barb, you were sending me ideas. It was just him with a wig on. Like, it was just him with a wig.
It was just him
That's
with
all it
longer
was.
hair.
Let's see now. I have a few questions specifically. Before we go into it, we're going to name people who were nice to Pat. Because in a creepy kind of way and unintentionally, well, not creepy, but it's just kind of weird. It was kind of a social experiment when you look back on it.
Yeah.
Not at the time. It wasn't like consciously you going, oh, I want to see who's nice to him and who's not and what people are really like. It wasn't that at all. It was just a hilarious character.
I think it brings out people's true characters and it brings out people's like sense of humour.
Yeah.
Like who gets it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like some people just got it and were like some people messaged and were like, I don't know who's running this account, but this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And it reminds me of the whole reason I started this podcast in November 2023. The whole idea behind it was from a book called Everybody Lies by Seth Stevens Davidovitz, and I'd highly recommend that book, by the way, where it goes into how public polling on a topic or a presidential election or on any sort of election or whatever it is never gives the true representation of what people are thinking, but their Google searches do. So these people who we're going to mention, we're not going to mention the bad people, but the people who we're going to mention actually would never have known that anyone was ever going to talk about it in public.
Yeah.
They would never have thought that someone else would have seen this. So it makes it even nicer that they did, you know, and like...
And it was mostly positive.
Mostly positive, yeah.
Like, it was either people were really into it and thought it was hilarious, or they were a bit creeped out and just didn't pay attention to him. There was one nasty bully, I think, and that was it, but that was just like...
Yeah.
But I think...
I'm not going to give him oxygen.
But what you were saying, exactly, it's nasty bullies on this website, so watch out.
Go on.
If you're on Instagram, be careful, there's lots...
What
Lots of bullies on that website. When you were talking there about like what people like their true nature, I think people have an idea of who they are, but in reality they don't realise their actions show otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when
they think they think they have an idea of themselves of who they are, but then their actions say otherwise.
Exactly. And your search is online.
Yeah.
Your private browser history. You know, like I got
all the pictures of the home gyms and the...
I'm so lucky. I got my character tested recently, big time, because I love YouTube, right? And I was in my family house, and my little nephew Tig and Connell were there, and Tig is 8, Connell is 2, and they watch YouTube. So my mum turns on the telly, the smart TV, and my YouTube account is there, and she goes, "Oh, we'll turn it on Dan's account."
Oh no!
So they turn it on, and my heart goes into my mouth. I'm like, no! Like I was like, what's gonna come up here?
Thankfully, YouTube, there's no like. Is there like over?
Well, murder.
Okay.
Body cam, police
no
body
porn
cam.
or anything.
No, exactly. But it gives a good insight into what you're into.
There's something very shameful of someone seeing what you've been watching on YouTube.
Exactly.
Even if it's not embarrassing, it's just so personal.
It's like video Google. You know what I mean?
It's like looking at your journal.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So like, next thing you know, my little nephew and my sister and my mum, the 2 lads and my sister and my mum are looking at, and there's all my stuff. And even when they're typing stuff in, then like say it was, for example, Peppa Pig, like P comes up and it's like pedophile hunter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I was watching that,
it
would have come up, and it's like I was like totally nervous. I was totally like it was heart in the mouth stuff, you know.
But if you're looking for pedophile hunters, that's kind of a good thing.
Oh yeah,
thankfully.
Yeah. No, I my pedophile hunter era was about 5 years ago, I'd say.
Okay.
Then I had enough of that.
YouTube never forgets.
Yeah, but that was like just an example, but. Yeah, it can be very easily, you know, you can be very easily exposed. And what I'm saying is like, someone's Instagram is similar to that. Their DMs.
DMs, yeah, how they engage with people.
Yeah. So to be a be a nice person when no one's looking.
Yeah.
Is an actual nice person. That's what I'm saying. And I
Yes.
think these people that we're going to mention,
performative.
yeah, and they never know that anyone's going to see it. So these people that were nice to Pat Custard in private messages, I think kudos to them.
Yeah.
And we're going to give them a shout out now. And how many of them is there?
There's a lot of them, actually. I'm just thinking from the start. Dan O'Farrell was his mentor.
Good man, Dan.
Paddy Siri was very nice. Also, you mentioned the lads from You Having Us On.
Connor.
They always refuse to engage with Pat.
Oh.
Not that it's a bad thing.
Lads.
But they, because Pat always commented on their.
I'd say they were freaked out by him.
Yeah, probably. Commented on, and they mentioned him in one of their podcasts.
There you go.
In the car.
That's great.
But I remember they had Paddy Siri on, and I was commenting, and Paddy Siri was kind of buzzing off Pat and been very supportive. But the lads never engage, which is fine. If you don't want to engage, it's fine. Doesn't mean you're a nasty bully.
Shout out to Paddy Siri doing a show Hereditary in Edinburgh as well. So he was nice to him.
Ben Vert was probably his first friend on Instagram.
Ben Vert, shout out to you.
Was the first person to kind of get it. Robbie Wilde got it as well.
A beautiful soul.
His biggest support was the only funny German on Instagram.
Daniel Lucas,
and he hooked him up with an agent.
What a gent. So he got Pat Custard an agent.
Yeah. James. I'm just looking, he tagged me, James Surgeoner, yeah. Podcast with special guest Pat Custard. They made up this whole fake podcast. Who else was nice?
Obviously you give
Ed Tierney was, but he was playing the game a little bit.
Ed was a detective in all this.
Yes, and he was like, wouldn't.
And he didn't have a clue it was you, by the way.
He did. I was a suspect for a while, though.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And also, there was another, someone set up the page.
Whistleblower.
Whoever set that up, they lasted about a week and they gave up.
They had no...
They weren't committed to the character.
They didn't have the resilience to catch Pat Custard.
Reggie Pollock was a big supporter. And...
Fair play to you, Reggie. Previous guest on the podcast as well.
She works for the international.
The international club gave him a shout out.
Supports
Pat Custard.
Supported Pat Custard and basically said that he was always welcome.
Acknowledged them in public on their posts.
He was headliner there all week. I think they were like the biggest ones. I'm just trying to look back now.
You're in Pat's DMs now, right?
Yeah, because it's so long ago.
Was there a lot of unread messages where people didn't open the message?
No, everyone always looked at them. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting they were the ones that stood out.
Getting emotional, are you?
Aww.
Imagine you're like, sorry, I'm getting emotional.
There's so many messages. Also, he would go and like react to people's stories, like the emoji.
The avatar emojis are so funny, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Also,
I think we should keep his page as a memorial anyway. I don't think you should delete it.
No, absolutely.
But can you unlink yourself so you don't get blocked from stuff?
Well, if he's gonna get blocked,
unblock Pat Custard if you've blocked him.
Yeah,
please.
Actually, Zach Lee blocked Pat Custard.
Another friend of the show.
Very early on. A friend of mine, very early on, but I'm not blocked. Even though I'm linked to it, so I don't know.
What's that about, Zach?
Maybe because the comedy club was a business or something. You know, because my profile was blocked when I was blocked by the comedy club, but Zach blocked.
Oh, yeah.
Comedy Custard.
Okay. Interesting. So if a personal account blocked him, then it would just block him and not you. But if a business account's blocked...
I don't know. But yeah, for some reason...
Then it linked it.
Exactly blocked Pat very early on.
What was that? Did Pat say something untoward?
No, Pat was been a
We have to give Zach his side of the story.
See, I can't look back in the messages.
Pat was pestering him, was he?
But he was pestering everyone because he was like trying to get everyone's attention pretty much. See, if I look up, I can't even go back onto the messages because he's blocked. Mm-hmm. So it's like he doesn't exist on Pat Custard's page.
Yeah. Maybe Zach knew a Pat Custard-esque character in his life and it gave him PTSD or something.
And it was triggering.
PCSD.
PC.
Pat Custard stress disorder.
Poor old Pat Custard.
Yeah.
I had fun as well. There was like so many different eras. Like I had fun pouring pints of custard. Like pouring... I go to the supermarket and buy loads of cartons of custard and then slap with it in my kitchen.
So you would actually set up the pictures of the custard and stuff?
Yeah, some of them, like there's ones where they're like on tuck crackers and stuff.
Okay.
And like bananas and there's one here and it's like custard been poured out of like a teapot into a cup. That was in my kitchen. And I was so sneaky, right? I didn't want people to recognise my kitchen in case like it's in the background in pictures, that I set up like chopping boards propped up so that the background didn't have my kitchen in it.
Wow.
I was really careful.
You really covered your tracks.
Like little shot glasses of custard, pint glasses of custard.
There's
I have a measuring tape next to custard.
That's a great one.
I
read that out
recipe-
last week. Hilarious.
Recipe says 200 mil.
That's a great joke.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny because it's so long ago when I listened to your podcast about it. It was like hearing about it for the first time because I forgot so much of it.
You were in a PCP, a Pat Custard Psychosis, doing it.
It wasn't
You
me.
had another personality you were expressing yourself
It was
through.
like the spirit of Pat Custard possesses me.
Maybe there's something to be said for that. For being two people, so you can express yourself in ways that you can't express yourself yourself.
Maybe I just wanted to be one of the lads.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't think Pat Custard was one of the lads at all.
No.
Was he? Not at all.
No.
But no, thanks for all the laughs, Amy. I think we'll... sorry, no.
Any more
That
questions?
sounded like an ending.
I gave a shout out to everyone that was...
I think we got everything.
Nice too.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who interacted and made it so fun. We know who inspired the name and the character. The close shaves when you were nearly caught, that was people ringing.
That was... And that trap that Ed
The
Tierney
trap, the
set.
Ed Tierney trap.
Um,
And you didn't make too many mistakes. That's why you didn't get caught. Because the thing about it is, just on closing here, the thing about it is that if you made one mistake to one person, that's the whole scene of the cheeky monkey scene and the open mic scene and more, and Cork, and like that's several scenes would hear about that and you'd be gone. So if you had slipped up once, it would go like wildfire and it would have been gone.
Someone was at the Cheeky Monkey and took a picture of some guy, some heavy set guy.
Yeah.
Sitting at the bar and sent a picture to Paco and said, "Is this you?"
Yeah.
And it looked like Pat. It was like a real Pat Custard.
Did Patrick Stone get accused as well? Because he's a big fella.
I think he could have been.
See, that's what people were accusing me, I think, because I'm a big fella as well, you know. And then,
but maybe they just sense that you have a bit of custard in you.
I've known to.
You have a bit of PC in you.
Yeah. But no, we did well not to give it away anyway. I was like the insider.
Like a year and a half, over a year and a half.
That's an amazing amount of time to have
a year and 8 months, actually.
Yeah. I mean, that's a publicly acknowledged catfish amongst people.
As well as that, I actually got stickers made up with Pat Custard's face on them saying, "Have you had your comedy custard?" And they're stuck around some comedy clubs.
Oh yeah. It was good times. It was good times. But it has now come to an end. But you are going to keep the page live anyway?
Of course.
Yeah. That's good news.
Yeah.
You can always check in on Pat.
Pat lives on.
So to those who guessed correctly, well done. To those who thought it was me, you were kind of right. A little bit. I knew about it. And obviously I inspired a bit of the custard. Was there any Pat Mustard connection there?
Oh yeah, like
rhyming it with that legend.
Well, it was when I was messing with you, and I was calling you Pat Custard instead of Pat Mustard.
So I was Pat Custard before he was Pat Custard.
Yeah, you were the.
Because I got passionate about custard.
Yeah.
One time. Yeah. See, we'd have a similar sense of humour.
Because
Me and you.
we were buzzing about the custard, and I was calling you Pat Custard, and then I was like, I want to set up a trowel, and I just pulled that name because we'd been talking about Pat Custard.
I don't know how to take that. It's a privilege. I don't mind.
You do have a Pat Mustard vibe, so it would make sense that you were Pat
Sure.
Custard.
A friend of mine, Deco Cunningham, used to call me Georgie Burgess. 'Cause when I lived in Australia, I was dating a girl that was a few years younger than me, and he called me Georgie Burgess. I was only 23 or something. Like, imagine being called that when you're 23. He's a man in his 50s.
Well, you've kind of grown into the name.
Yeah, I think a certain level of I think
It was like that was your fate sealed.
a certain level
given
of
that name years ago.
A certain level of sleaziness can be funny. I think if it's done right.
You grew into the sleaze, and then the
Yeah.
custard was always been there, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I would get very passionate, especially when my mum got cheap custard. I'd be like, do you expect me to not know that that's 27 pence custard?
But you're mad for like the pastel donatas and everything. aren't you?
I had too much of them. I had access to them, you see. I worked in a
Custard
bakery,
tarts.
and there's basically, if you're ever doing work in a bakery, me and my dad would do work in Manning's Bakery, and they made them fresh out the oven. Like, they'd come out on these trays. I don't know, to say there's 24 on each tray, and then there's like 40 trays. And if you got them, if we were working in an area, say changing a light fitting in the area of the incoming side, then you can just pick away because they haven't been counted yet. You can just eat them.
Oh.
But
How many would you put away at a time?
I think I had 12 one day.
Jesus. They're
You wouldn't
small
even
though,
know.
aren't they?
Ah, yeah.
Like a conveyor belt.
Yeah, maybe 15. Just kept eating them. You just can't stop.
Are you a trifle man?
No,
See, that would be Pat Custard.
don't like trifle.
Like
My sister's great at
trifle.
making trifles. My sister Kate, but I don't.
Apple tart and custard.
I remember my dad was caught taking them from the outgoing tray one day, and it caused a big, massive. It caused
Big massive custard heist.
it caused confusion for accounts and all. Like,
Oh,
it went
yeah,
all the way
yeah,
up.
Stock take.
Yeah, he just milled it,
And it led back to you
Yeah.
and your dad.
and they thought there was, yeah. My dad got collared then for
So was your dad the original Pat Custard?
loves his custard as well.
He has a bit of Pat Custard in him
Yeah,
as well.
see, to me, custard is like coleslaw. It doesn't belong in any particular category of food. What is it?
So you can have it on tuck crackers.
I suppose it's a dessert food, is it?
It's a dessert, yeah. It's kind of though in a similar, like I would consider the same category as like rice pudding.
What section of the supermarket is custard? It's in
Baking.
Baking?
Yeah. Because I bought loads of custard.
Oh, yeah, right. There you go. Straight from the
It's
custard.
dessert.
That's straight from the
it's like
custard's mouth.
cream and yeah.
All right, well, all right there. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you haven't missed anything. If there's any further questions you want to ask about Pat Custard, just message the Dan Stevens Show on Instagram.
Or Pat Custard directly.
Or Pat Custard directly. We'll answer any of your questions about Pat Custard. Well done, Amy, on holding up. For a lot of hard work went into that, so fair play to you.
A lot of fun.
Thanks for coming clean on the Dan
And
Stevens
also,
Show.
can I just say, I always made whatever actions I done as Pat Custard, I use that as a kind of a bit of a trowel. I always, whatever I posted, I would always make sure that if it got out that it was me, I wouldn't do it or say it and I would regret
Yeah.
if it came out that it was me.
Yeah, so you did.
It was from a place of love.
Pat Custard came from a place of love, exactly. So Amy just wanted you to know that, and hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. So follow along there, rate 5 stars. If you want to donate to the podcast, there's a buy me a coffee link in the episode description. So thanks very much for coming on, Amy.
Thanks for having me.
By the way, for humanitarian reasons, I will just say, how long was that sheet on you for at the start?
It
5 minutes.
Not even 5 minutes.
Yeah,
It
so
started getting a bit hot, but
not bothered.
you left me a bit of water, access to clean drinking water.
Yeah.
So, and I could breathe, so thank you.
All right. Well, thanks, Amy. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being Pat Custard. All the best. See you again on the next one. Cheers. All right. What tomorrow?